Hello, ArchieLuxury for the ArchieLuxury channel. Remember, like, subscribe, and tell your friends about my channel. And today, what's going on? Well, I'm back at the Gold Coast. I'm down on the Goldie. I'm down at the Goldie recording vids. And I just wanted to tell you the Gold Coast has got a real stench of failure. And I've come back to my favorite spot in the coast. This is opposite the Moroccan building. This is where Cartier, it's where Prada, there were so many high-end brands here on the Goldie. And anyhow, they've what sort of happened is they've decided to close their doors. So it's the stench of failure. It's the stench, the horrid stench of commercial suicide. And let's just have a sticky. This is where Vuitton used to be. This is where Louis Vuitton's flagship Gold Coast store was. It's now for lease. They can do a leasing deal for you. 400 square meters of ground floor showroom space in the heart of the Goldie. It's very sad to see. It's seen better times, and it's just a fucking disaster. This has become it started as a cancer, and it seems to have been spreading through the heart of the Gold Coast. It's really bad. It's really bad. Here we are. Look at the street traffic. It's nowhere to be found. It's nowhere to be found. It's not going so good. It's very, very quiet, and I don't know what to say anymore. It's just the Goldie. The Goldie's had the it's had the arse. The Goldie's had the arse, and this is how it is at the Gold Coast. It's recessionary. We've got the Australian dollars. It's come down a bit, but it's still not at the 60 to 70 range. It's more 70 to 80 range. So coming here is quite expensive. High labor costs, high costs on the coast, and this is what happens when you've got superannuation funds who own commercial property. They won't reduce the rent, and the reason for this is because the value of their portfolio is based on what they can rent the space out for. So if they rent it cheap, suddenly their asset has lost money. So for them, on paper, it's better for them to leave it vacant and have dream world prices, dream prices, instead of letting a tenant in at a discount rate. So the Goldie itself there, it's pretty savage. It's very, very savage. There, the recession has hit hard. The Japanese tourists who came here in the 80s and 90s, they're few and far between. The Chinese have come back. Chinese have taken the spot, but the Chinese, they've also got their own anti-corruption problems. They've got their own problems, and it's getting worse. Anti-corruption legislation, and now you got Trumpster, the Donald Trump. The Trumpster at the White House. It ain't gonna get easier for China anytime sooner. Couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of cunts personally, but hey, we're all for free trade. And the economy's, it's cactus. The cactus is the way to describe the economy. It's tough, it's hard, it's mean, it's lean. It's all going bad at the Goldie. And I don't know what to say. I'm doing this pre-Christmas walk around. This is one of the tourist icons of the world, and it's sad to see retail space like this just going to waste. Retail space like this going to waste on the Goldie, and it's very, very hard. It's tough times. The Chinese aren't coming. Well, the Chinese have got anti-corruption problems. The Japanese, well, their economy's been stagnant for the last 20 to 30 years. It's just a sign of the times. It's very hard, it's mean, it's lean, and it's all happening at the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast has its huge ups and downs, and at the moment we're in one of those downs. We're in recession. Australia is in recession. The mining boom's over. It's all over. The Gold Coast, it's seen better days. It really has seen better days. The place is dirty and grubby and grotty, and the clientele that come here aren't top-end customers anymore. These are more bottom feeder type customers. They're not the high-end, high net worth individuals that used to come here. No, they've long since gone. And it's a very sad thought to see what's happened to the Gold Coast, but it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The Gold Coast has become an economic cesspot of disaster, and it's very, very hard times indeed. The Gold Coast, hard, lean times, and they got to drop prices. Prices are so high here. How can you expect a boom when you're charging full bore? No. These greedy landlords, greedy landlords owned by superannuation funds, they won't discount. Well, no one's going to move in. That's the sad reality. No one's going to move in unless you discount. And it's very, very sad indeed. I got a statue of Bruce Small. Think big, vote small. That was Bruce Small, one of the Lord Mayor property developer. It's yes, Eddie Abid. There was a time when you could be a property developer and a respected politician, and he'd turn in his grave if he saw what's happened to the coast. Very sad indeed. ArchieLuxury for the ArchieLuxury channel, doing a pre-Christmas wraparound from the Gold Coast. The fabulous Gold Coast. It once was so fantastic. The dream of the Gold Coast. What the fuck went wrong? Fuckers? And that's something you've really got to ask yourself. Where did it all go wrong? Why has it turned to shit, fuckers? The Gold Coast. It was a destination for countless Japanese and Chinese tourists. Now, this is what the Gold Coast has become. Take a look at this. Empty fucking shops. A cesspot of failure. The Piazza. What happened here? This Indian shop. What happened, fuckers? What happened indeed? It's all a cesspot of disaster. This is the Gold Coast. It's an absolute failure. It's become a self-fulfilling prophecy. What a disaster. What a bad situation to be in. The Gold Coast. It's all turned very, very nasty here. And it's like the American shopping centers that are empty. Just one big commercial flop. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? That is the question to ask. Is there a light? Is there a light indeed? Is there a light? Well, there may not be a light, but there's a retail leasing opportunity available for you. And quackaduck, fuckers. And quackaduck. That's correct. The Gold Coast. What the fuck went wrong, fuckers? Where did it go bad? Why did it go bad? What can be done? What can be done, fuckers? What can be done indeed? Shop after shop of empty retail disaster. This is the Gold Coast. A cesspot of failure and misery. What can you do? What can you say? The Gold Coast. Absolute disaster. An absolute disaster. What can happen? Why does it turn so bad? When did it go bad? What made it go so wrong? It's very, very sad. Very, very sad, fuckers. Very, very sad indeed. This is the Gold Coast, a cesspot of leasing opportunities available for you. What a sad, sad place. The Gold Coast. Once a fabulous opportunity. Now a retail disaster.